Hey, good evening, collective. Thanks for joining me. This is not the reading that I thought I was going to be doing, but it just came to me. So, in one of my other readings, I was talking about this idea of balancing out the queens, and that is like essentially a tool that I use when I am trying to maintain that sort of Empress energy. So they say that the Empress is sort of like the culmination of all of the queens, all in alignment. So I thought we would. So I've pulled out each of the queens from the deck, and we are going to do a balancing reading. So while I'm getting set up here, what you could do is have a think about how you turn up as what percentage of each of the queens. So that might not be an easy thing to think about, but I guess if you think about your personality and how you spend your time and how you approach activities, I guess we're really thinking about the elements here and balancing the elements. So would you say you're, I don't know, 60% air, 60% Queen of Swords? One of the things you could do is take a look at your chart as well and take a look at the transits to find out what some of the energies are. But a lot of times I just like to use my intuition. Let's see if I can slide these up in here so we're all on the same page here. All right. So, okay. So what I'd like to do is we're going to make a story up for each of the queens. And so how I would go about this reading if I were you is I would write down your list of percentages of each of the queens that you're feeling. And I'm going to do a reading for each of the queens. And you might want to follow along through the reading. And we're going to talk about balancing the energies for that queen. So hopefully you'll find a little bit of something throughout the whole reading. All right, so let's start with the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to read a little passage about each of the queens. All right. The Queen of Wands, she's nurtured by passion, creativity, and self-confidence. The Queen of Wands thrives in environments where energy flows freely and ideas are welcomed. The bee in her bonnet, a desire to be admired and recognized for her vibrant spirit and leadership, which can sometimes lead to a need for validation. In terms of short and long-term planning, she's proactive, making bold moves in the short term. Long term, her plans are driven by intuition, creativity, and a vision for personal growth. In terms of matters of the heart, in relationships, the Queen of Wands is fiery and passionate, often seeking an equal partner. She loves deeply but demands independence and excitement. Okay, so we are going to pull a couple of cards and look at how the collective can balance the Queen of Wands energy. This reading is intended for the new moon coming up December 4th. So it's a preparation reading for that new moon. Okay, we have got the womb and the king. The womb and the king. Still have to figure out how I'm going when I'm facing the camera. Okay. So balancing the Queen of Wands energy at the moment. We're looking at the womb is the place where our ideas are initiated. And so and the king here is essentially, you know, it's not a specific king, it's the summation of all of the kings. So we're talking about how we take an idea or something that we want to manifest, something that's sort of like a central seed in the etheric field, and translate that into something that's not only manifest for us, but that's also radiating out for others. We've got the Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords reversed, and Strength. So the Five of Cups is traditionally a card of disappointments and things not becoming what you had wanted out of them. The Seven of Swords, oh, this is just really weird. So I just had a download about reading this, and it was like, okay, there's some sadness about things not being manifest, but right now you're sort of choosing. I'm almost seeing this as like the Hanged Man card, but like with all of these swords facing this butterfly that's, you know, in the chrysalis. It's like sad, but ending something with strength. Okay, that's an interesting way to be balancing the energy. I suppose that right now with the Queen's energy, there is something here that we know isn't working, so we're just using our strength to end it. All right, Queen of Wands. You have thrown something into the womb to try to manifest that, not only for yourself, but for the masses. But you're sad and you're cutting something off with strength. What else can we tell you about balancing this situation right now? The Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and Justice. There's no opportunity to hold the energy for something that isn't balanced. There's no, you need to let go of the opportunity where the energies aren't balanced. The energies aren't balanced in a certain situation, and so you need to be willing to let go of that spark. And what's going to happen is when you do, you'll get this spark back, and it will be for something that you can bring to the masses. All right. Okay, now this is gonna, so for each of the dominant queen types, because we all have a dominant queen type, like unless we're actually balanced, wait, I need to come down. Okay, unless we're actually balanced, we generally we're generally operating from one or two aspects primarily, or as the idea I believe is that we get closer and closer to having all of them in alignment and balanced, and then being able to choose and operate and move between them as we see fit. But I'm going to get a message here for each of these dominant queen archetypes. What is it that is sort of at the end of the line, is bringing sadness or disappointment or sort of non-emotional manifestation, shall we say? Like you're not happy with the way that this thing is going. What is it that needs to be cut off? Okay, for the Queen of Pentacles, we've got Temperance in reverse, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So for our dominant earth signs, this is the thing that needs to be cut off, is our temperance, is maintaining that balance. So temperance in reverse is telling me what needs to be cut off is an imbalance about some love situation where something needs to move on, move from a bad position to something better. Now, when we read for the Queen of Wands, we'll find out more about what exactly that is. All right. For the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, who's your dominant archetype, what it is that needs to be cut off and let go of. Okay. This is okay, we've got the Six of Swords reversed. So this is the upright card, Six of Swords reversed. The Hierophant reverse, that's the Hierophant. And the High Priestess reversed. not letting go of tradition is blocking your wisdom. So you know that you need to let go of a situation where not letting go of tradition is blocking your wisdom. Okay, and if the Queen of Swords is your dominant archetype, what situation do you know needs to end? The Nine of Cups, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords. So there's a wish, and it's a deep fantasy. And it's getting away from you. And that's what needs to be cut off. All right. That was the Queen of Wands reading. Now we will read for the Queen of Cups as the dominant archetype. So, while I'm shuffling, let me read the Queen of Cups. So, the Queen of Cups is nurtured by emotional harmony, empathy, and nurturing others. She thrives when she's able to care for and deeply connect with those she loves. The bee in her bonnet is protecting her emotional world. She can sometimes become overly sensitive or retreat inward when she's hurt. Short-term plans are emotionally guided with a focus on stability, while long-term plans, she envisions deep emotional fulfillment and harmonious relationships. The Queen of Cups is deeply loving, intuitive, and compassionate. She fosters emotional security in relationships, sometimes to the point of self-sacrifice. Okay, the Queen of Cups. What do we need to know to balance the energy of the Queen of Cups right now? Okay, we've got the Vision and the Cave. So to me, this is telling us that right now, what the Queen of Cups is going through, that she needs to balance her energies on, is she has some sort of vision that she is thinking of. And in order to make that vision a reality, she has to go into the cave. She has to go through the dark Knight of the Soul. Like in this card, I don't know, can you see the eyes in the background there? There's like, it's like having to face the shadow of the vision that she's manifesting, working on, contemplating. All right, interesting. We've got a really, like, this message seems very similar to the Queen of Wands that we were just looking at. Okay, so the Queen of Cups. You've got the Six of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups and the Daughter of Swords, the Page of Swords reversed. All right. Okay, so the download I got is it's not working, or it's upended. I'm sad and I don't want to think about it. All right. Okay, so we are reading for the Queen of Cups. This is the dominant paradigm that you are facing right now. It is needing to go into this cave and look at the dark shadow aspects of the vision that you are trying to manifest. But right now you feel like it's upended, I'm sad, and I don't want to think about it. What is the message for the Queen of Wands? The Queen of Cups reversed, the Hermit, and the Magician. All right, so Queen of Cups, you're coming up in reversed. You know it's time to take a message from the Hermit and go have a think about how you create. Particularly, you need to look at that shadow aspect, and the things that you don't want to look at are the things that are causing you emotional grief. So you need to look at the emotional grief in order for you to be able to bypass the challenge of the cave and reach your manifestation. So we'll start with the Queen of Pentacles. If the Queen of Pentacles is your dominant archetype, it's upended, I'm sad, and I don't want to talk about it. And we're talking about a vision that you have where you need to go in and look at the shadow side. I'm making a mess of these cards right now. Oh my goodness. Alright. This certainly should be added to the message here. Like, what does it mean that I'm making a mess of these cards right now? Alright, Queen of Pentacles. Alright, it's upended, I'm sad, and I don't want to talk about it. The Devil, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Wands. The Devil, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Wands. It says, no, it's not over that passion. Nope, it's not over that passion. So I got, no, it's not over. You see this man here, the Devil, he's got this guy on the strings, and this guy on the strings is like not listening. That's this thing that's us ended up here, that's making us sad, that we don't want to think about. And what the Queen of Pentacles has to look at in the cave is this belief, no, it's not over this passion or whatever I'm passionate about. Okay, reading for the Queen of Wands dominant archetype. What is it that is ass up? We're sad about it, and we do not want to talk about it. We've got the Emperor, the Page of Cups reverse, and heartbreak. All right. Well, there's just one way that you could read this, and that is some emperor is not making some offer and we're heartbroken. The Emperor can be a business opportunity, anything that sort of brings stability, or, you know, almost you see here like with this skull on the wall, like this longevity, this I don't have a whole lot else to say about that. That is the Queen of Wands dominant archetype. Let's move on to the Queen of Swords. For the Queen of Swords, what is this? Vision, that you need to have a think about because it's upended and you're sad about it and you don't want to think about it. For the Queen of Swords, that is about, we've got the Ten of Cups reversed. We've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. This could just be a question about, you know, the holidays are coming up. So this is about happy family opportunities. So maybe the Queen of Swords here needs to go into the cave and think about her beliefs on why she doesn't feel she's got this ideal holiday situation going on, and why she does not want to think about it. Okay, that is it for the Queen of Cups. We will now do the Queen of Swords. If the Queen of Swords is your dominant archetype. Okay, what can we say about the Queen of Swords? We've got Queen of Swords is nurtured by logic, clear communication, and independence. The Queen of Swords thrives on intellectual stimulation and emotional clarity. The bee in her bonnet is a commitment to truth and fairness. She can be frustrated by dishonesty or emotional manipulation. She plans with precision, using her intellect to analyze situations. In the long term, her focus is on independence and achieving personal clarity. While she values deep connection, she can sometimes come off as cold or distant, preferring logical approaches to emotional matters. Okay. So what is it that we need to know about what the Queen of Swords is currently, I'm making a mess of these cards again, balancing right now. Didn't this happen the last time I was shuffling, talking about the Queen of Swords? Alright, the Queen of Swords is in quite a bit of mess right now. And what does the Queen of Swords need to balance? This is quite an important message, because that Queen of Swords is really, really messy. Really messy. Alright. We got him. Okay, Queen of Swords. What are we balancing? Whoa, that just travels. You know when they do? Like it gets air under it. Oh, whoa, that is a lot of thinking. Like she's just like, agape. All right, this one I need to. And Kairos. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is definitely in the mental realm. And I will read from the archetype deck, because I don't know much about these initiations. Agape. Okay. 211. This air element. Okay, here we go. Devotion and unconditional love. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? When in light is characterized by service, reverence, honor, and joy, and when in the dark, spiritual bypassing and righteousness. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape, to have the mouth agape is to be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. Wow. This is such a deep message. I'm looking for Kairos. Okay. Mythic time, synchronicity. We've all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still in slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. When in alignment, it is alignment, ease in decisions and action. When in the dark, it fights against time. Compare the Greek word chronos and kairos. This will guide you to an understanding of logos and mythos. This card suggests that there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. So the Queen of Swords is gone deep into thinking about unconditional love and the meaning of love and of, I guess, what unconditional love means, or the lack of conditions for something. In divine timing. The Queen of Swords is really thinking about how to use her manifestation powers and understanding the law of attraction. Okay. The Son of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. So there is a situation where somebody has been disloyal or has not moved from idea into action about something, and it is seriously distorting your ability to feel full on a spiritual level. So something not becoming manifest or not moving forward. Okay, what can we say about this? The Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So you are running towards this spark, but the Queen of Wands is in reverse. So not holding the energy of it. All right. So for the Queen of Swords, you need to consider what you're running towards, so you're trying to use your powers of manifestation for something because something's not moving forward, but the reason that, and you're traveling towards this spark, but the reason that you're not going to get there right now is because you're not holding the vibration of it. You have to learn to hold the vibration of the thing that you're trying to manifest in order for it to move forward. Okay. For the Queen of Pentacles as your dominant archetype. So for the Queen of Pentacles as your dominant archetype, we have got the Hierophant reverse, birth and death, and the Page of Swords. So for the Queen of Pentacles, if there is something that you are trying to use law of attraction for, and you're trying to use law of attraction because in this situation, things are not moving forward and your mental state is causing you to become, your flow to become imbalanced. This is about your practice and not reaching these meditative states. And in order for that to end with the Death card, you need to put some time into studying. And what you need to be studying refers back to these agape and kairos. And that is, if you want to use the law of attraction for manifesting, you need to figure out why your mental state is stopping you from feeling confident about what it is that you're attracting. For the Queen of Wands, we have got the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Wands reversed, and the Sun reversed. So the Ace of Pentacles. So for the Queen of Pentacles, this is an opportunity to not fight about what makes you happy. So whatever this situation is where you're feeling like things are stuck and it's your emotional dissatisfaction, the opportunity is to not fight about what makes you happy. And the way that we do that is by just being happy. So for the Queen of Cups, okay. So if the Queen of Cups is your dominant archetype, one of the things that's happening in your air sign or with your air element is that you're trying to use your logic to manifest something, but you're not being emotionally fulfilled about the thoughts. Nothing is moving forward. It is causing you instability and a lack of gusto to give and take into the vision. Okay, that is that for the Queen of Cups in the Queen of Swords. Let's see which queen we have left to do. That was it. We've done all of the queens. Certainly we have not. Oh, shit. Queen of Pentacles. I remember reading that. Queen of Swords. Oh. Alright, well, I'm buffling around just like that Queen of Swords was that we were talking about earlier, remember? Okay, so figured out that we are now on to the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is nurtured by stability, practicality, and material security. The Queen of Pentacles flourishes in environments that offer comfort, health, and groundedness. The bee in her bonnet is providing for others and maintaining a comfortable home. She may become overly concerned or connected with material success or the well-being of others. In terms of planning, she is methodical and patient. Short term, she focuses on daily routines and practical matters. In the long term, she builds lasting foundations for future security. The Queen of Pentacles is caring, supportive, and loyal in relationships. She values stability and is highly nurturing, often putting the needs of others before her own. So let's take a look at what needs to be balanced with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, thinking about the Queen of Pentacles and what is going on for the Queen of Pentacles right now in order to balance her chakras, in order to balance the flow of the elements in her etheric body. We have got the flame and the vow. Wow. Transforming a vow. Transforming and taking energy. Let's read a bit from the vow for you. Tools, the vow. 175. The vow. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. All right. So we are talking about transforming vows. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, what are these vows about? Okay, something that there's no new beginning, no new happy beginning, and temperance is required. Okay. No new happy beginnings and temperance is required. For the Queen of Pentacles, what does that look like? What is our message for the Queen of Pentacles? The Seven of Swords, Death reversed, and the Six of Cups. So to me, this says that you are hiding something that is ended that brought this emotional satisfaction. See how like the emotions, these happy emotions are like in the future, but if you like, that's in the etheric field. If you actually look up, it's just a young boy feeding a puppy. So you need to take a flame, you need to transfix or transmute this vow that was made, because there's no happy beginnings and you need to remain balanced. You need to be able to carry this new idea, this new transformed idea. And in order to do that, you need to end your thoughts about the way that something should be. Okay, for the Queen of Wands. For the Queen of Wands, your earth element is needing to transform a vow that was taken where there's no new happy beginnings, and you have to be willing to hold the sacred flame for what is new. Okay, we have got the Page of Wands reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Swords reversed. No spark of heartache. Cut out. No spark of heartache. Cut out. Okay, so for the Queen of Wands, it seems as though you need to focus on this vow and this temperance, this ability to transmute and carry the energy of what you can carry forward, because right now you are being held up by this feeling that you cannot cut out the thing that you feel heartbroken about. Okay, for the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, you have a vow and it needs to be transmuted, some of the energy. And that There is no new beginnings here with what has been going on. You need to hold some energy that you can take something forward with. We've got the Strength, the 5 of Swords, the Devil, and the World reversed. So for our Queen of Cups, balancing this energy is about having the strength to let go of these swirling thoughts. We need to focus instead on the man down here that is calling us, because what he is saying is, if we come a devil or a puppet to the devil, to these thoughts, then we don't reach our fulfillment. All right. For the Queen of Swords. There's a vow that's been made that needs to be transmuted. This vow is about something not going. There's no new happy beginning with something. And we need to take off. So for the Queen of Swords, this is Three of Wands reversed, the 9 of Wands, and the Sun. So, no truth that I'm sad about makes me happy. So the Queen of Swords does not want to have to look at transforming this vow, but we have the Three of Wands reversed. The Three of Wands is about truth. So there's something that she is sad about, and the Sun is yes, everything. So she needs to be willing to face a truth and to transmute a vow so that she can balance herself out. All right, thanks guys. I really appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Okay, I need to grab Queen of Cups, the vision. I need to stop that.